The ambiguity of their conflict is precisely what makes it so interesting. Now, consider The Last Jedi. Once again, you have a ship cut off from the outside world, an external threat looming over them, and a ticking clock to ratchet up the tension. And again, the two most senior officers on board are in conflict with each other about how to handle the situation. Sounds familiar, right? Wrong. See, the difference here is that the delicate balance of moral ambiguity that made Crimson Tide such an interesting story is entirely absent in The Last Jedi. In this movie, you've got a small fleet of rebel ships being pursued by the First Order. They lack the numbers and firepower to stand and fight, and the First Order's hyperspace tracker means they can't simply jump away. Their only option is to slowly retreat under enemy bombardment until eventually they exhaust their fuel, at which point they'll be cut off and wiped out. Even worse, General Leia is out of action, so Admiral Holdo assumes command, relegating Poe to a subordinate role. Now, I could probably spend hours talking about how nonsensical this setup is from a logistical point of view. In fact, I fucking have on EFAP multiple times. But let's ignore those considerations for now and just focus on the characters. Clearly, the crew are facing a serious threat here. Time is running out and their options are limited. So we've got a high-pressure situation, a ticking clock, and a last-minute reshuffle amongst the ship's senior officers, with an unfamiliar character now placed in charge. Just like in Crimson Tide, this setup offers some interesting possibilities for interpersonal conflict. For example, wouldn't it be interesting if the relationship between Poe and Holdo started out relatively strong, because they both recognised the importance of putting on a united front to help calm a panicky and demoralised crew, only for them to gradually split apart as the pressure mounts and their differing perspectives see them clash more and more frequently. Perhaps the First Order's ability to track them through hyperspace might lead to the false assumption that there's a spy on board, further adding to the atmosphere of distrust and paranoia that gradually turns the two characters against each other. These are all interesting possibilities that might have led to a decent storyline, where neither character was strictly right or wrong, but each was able to learn something from the other. Perhaps Paul would learn to temper his impetuous nature and accept that he doesn't have to win every battle single-handed, while Holdo might realise that Poe's initiative, ingenuity, and quick thinking are powerful assets in the right situation, and by the end, they develop a kind of mutual respect, recognising and accepting each other's strengths and perspectives. Of course, none of that actually happened in the real movie, because this film was all about breaking characters down in order to fit them into molds that they totally don't belong in. In this case, Poe had to be portrayed as a dumb, reckless, arrogant flyboy that needs to be brought down a peg or two and taught to blindly trust authority figures even when their instructions make absolutely no sense and they do nothing to inspire confidence or trust. The problems begin the moment Holdo assumes command and immediately starts acting like a fucking child instead of an experienced and mature commander. She actively works against her subordinate, berating him and personally insulting him in front of the entire bridge crew, when all he did was ask a simple question about her intentions. He wasn't challenging her authority or questioning her decisions, he was simply asking her to make some. But she doesn't, and she won't tell him why, and instead she deflects the conversation back at him as if they're a married couple bickering over who drank the last bottle of wine. She makes it immediately obvious that she despises Poe and everything he represents. It's like a child who can't regulate their emotional responses and just blurts out whatever's in their fucking head at any moment. Rather than recognising the importance of working with Poe in a time of crisis, regardless of her personal feelings towards him, she indulges in an emotional outburst that probably felt great at the time, but ultimately sowed the seeds of a mutiny that could have gotten them all killed. Personal feelings and emotions are not something that should influence a commander's decision-making. They're supposed to be better than that. Not only did this behaviour clearly signal to Poe that Holdo wasn't willing to trust or cooperate with him on a personal level, but her complete refusal to outline any kind of plan betrayed an inability to make decisions as a commander as well. That's a pretty negative combination of elements in any leader, let alone one in charge of a fleet standing on the brink of annihilation. And well, the result was pretty fucking obvious. Poe was forced to take matters into his own hands. Again, contrast this with Captain Ramsey from Crimson Tide. He makes a sincere effort to work with his XO to help the man understand the importance of following his lead and what's at stake if they fail to work as a team.
That means each other's motives.
Oh, you thought you put up a fight?
It means we don't undermine each other. It means in a
Your
missile
star shines
drill,
bright.
they hear your voice right after mine, without hesitation.
He clearly outlines his intentions and his reasons for doing it, arguing his case forcefully before resorting to more extreme methods when Hunter refuses to budge. In short, he demonstrates command authority, maturity, and an understanding of his subordinates. Holdo demonstrates the exact opposite. She's overbearing, petulant, vindictive, and secretive, indulging in petty emotional attacks, and treating legitimate questions as a challenge to her authority. She doesn't inspire loyalty or respect because she shows none in return. She sees only the worst in people, and as a result, she brings out the worst in them. She is, in effect, a toxic leader. And what's really weird is that the movie tries so fucking hard to paint her as some kind of unsung hero. It wants you to believe that she was right all along, and that Poe was the one who went wrong by failing to trust her. The problem, as I've already demonstrated, is that she gave him absolutely no reason to. See, you might find this hard to believe, but being a leader means more than just storming in and bellowing orders at people, especially in the military. Yeah, rank might give you authority over the men under your command, but if you don't back this up with good decision making, effective communication, and actual leadership skills, then you'll lose the respect pretty fast. You'll have created a toxic environment where your own men see you as the enemy, and that's exactly what Holdo does. At every step along the way, Poe's actions are entirely consistent with those of a rational, reasonable person. At first he tries to cooperate with Holdo and requests to know her intentions so that he can offer his assistance.
Stick to your post and follow my orders.
When that doesn't work, he reluctantly allows his companions to pursue an alternate plan that offers a chance of success. A slim one perhaps, but it's better than nothing at all. As the situation grows more desperate, Poe straight up begs Holdo to tell him what, if anything, she intends to do.
We had a fleet, now we're down to one ship and you told us nothing!
When she still refuses to tell him anything, he's left with no choice but to relieve her of command. Whether or not her secret plan ultimately proves successful is less relevant than the fact that she was, by any standard of measure, a terrible leader that never should have been put in a position of command in the first place. It creates this weird narrative disconnect where the movie tries so hard to tell us that Poe was wrong and Holdo was right, while showing us the exact opposite. The thing is, humans are more sensitive to this kind of deception than you might think. We can tell when we're being fed bullshit, even if it takes a while for that realization to filter through. But filter it does. And like I say, it's a real shame that Ryan chose to go this way, because I think if this conflict had been handled with a bit more subtlety and intelligence, balancing the strengths and weaknesses of the two characters more evenly to create a smarter and more complex relationship, then Holdo could well have become a strong, well-rounded, interesting character that people might really have gotten behind, instead of a fucking purple-haired space Karen. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Need to drop. Let's get this done.
You want to play? Let's play.
Spike's down.
Spike down, B.
Shutting them down. No target. They're suppressed. Grenade out. Flash.
Last player standing.
Enemy removed.
Seconds left.
Well.
One enemy remaining. 10 seconds left.
The Symphony of Death. Don't worry, you get used to it.
Reloaded.
Don't worry, I'll keep them quiet. Cover going out.
Still in sight.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A. Watch them run.
No, you don't. Careful now. Someone's in.
Finish.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Together, we will bury them under their transgressions.
Anyone need something? Someone's A.
They will cover.
Come on, let's go.
Spike down A.
See nothing.
Careful now.
One enemy remaining.
Resource.
Got spike. Reloaded.
Thirty seconds left.
Spike planted. Reload him. Flash.
You were barely worth the effort.
Look for my shadows, they will hide you. Here.
Anyone
New
need
drop.
something?
Thank you. Well done.
He won't fool me. Our spike's down.
Spike down B.
Bunch of guys B.
Dead. Cutting their vision.
Target sighted B. Hostile KIA. Radiant kill.
Enemy spotted B.
Enemy spotted.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Fragment. Knife deployed.
30 seconds left.
I'll survive a dent or two. Can't say the same for you fragile humans.
Insecto.
No more.
Spike planted.
Careful now.
Disappear.
Still inside.
Reloading. Stealing sight.
One enemy remaining.
Yes. Well done.
Prepare yourselves. We fight once again.
Need a drop.
I got you, bruv.
Cover going out.
Get out of my way!
We're straddling. Target sighted enemy. No one walks away.
Fight planted.
Enemy spotted area.
Healing you.
Annihilated. Repairing. Silence.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Going up.
Last round in the half.
Well done.
Either spend all your money
Need a drop.
or give it to me. Good
Thank you.
cause either way. Anyone need something? Anyone need something?
Here.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go! Put down. Target dead.
Repairing. Knife deployed. Throwing charge.
Here.
Who's next?
Watch your eyes!
One enemy remaining.
Embarrassing.
Switching
My power
sides.
does not ebb. Ask for aid, and you shall receive.
They're in pieces. Cover going out. No chance. Reloading.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
For you.
Suppressor.
That's it, break time.
I will fulfill my purpose, son. I will be their nightmare. Shadows traveling. Cover going out.
Pathetic.
Stand down.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
You want me serious? You got it.
Cutting them. Spike down, attacker spawn.
Someone's B.
30 seconds left.
Cutting their vision.
Someone's B.
10 seconds left. Last player standing. One enemy remaining. Match point.
One more win, and we're getting out for drinks, lads.
No prisoners.
Anyone need something?
Still in sight. There. Still in sight.
Spike down B.
You want to play? Let's play.
Careful now.
Shutting them down.
Target sighted, B.
Flash.
Target sighted, B.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Hit.
30 seconds left.
Going up.
Ten seconds left. Defenders win.
Get out of my way!